Famous for its desert vistas, large forests, and abundant wildlife, southern Idaho is a beautiful playground for the outdoors enthusiast and sideline observers alike. However, few know that this beautiful country also holds pristine underwater oases, teeming with traditional local fish and exotic-looking creatures. Enter these hidden underwater worlds and you can see more wildlife in 20 square feet than in 100 miles of forest. Located south of Hagerman in the Snake River Canyon, Blue Heart Springs and the pools of spring water in Box Canyon have abundant aquatic life and unlimited visibility for swimmers, snorkelers, and scuba divers. While gaining access to these crystal waters is not for the faint of heart, for those willing to take the challenge, the reward is worth a boat ride or several miles of hiking. Descending into Blue Heart, I was overcome by the beauty of over 300 feet of natural springs, bubbling out of the canyon wall and up from the spring's floor. As the water pushed around the rocks, silt and sand percolated out, creating beautiful sandscapes that schools of fish, snails, and sculpin, a small unusual-looking fish, lived and fed around. It was easy to get lost in the tranquility and the silence of the splendor of things, until the frigid 58-degree water reminded me it was time to get out. I knew I had to return the next day with my son, Dominique, to share the experience. The large, rather nondescript reservoir in Box Canyon, created to provide water for hatchery fish, was the underwater wonderland that I had hoped to find. Dead trees marked areas where life could gather and flourish. Crayfish, wild trout, and several bizarre-looking sculpin, unlike the sculpin in Blue Heart Springs, were resident. Snails speckled the area and blanketed the entire spring. The water's current was a challenge to swim against and made me rather sore the next day, but was easily forgotten when Dom and I found the remains of a bizarre 6 to 7 inch fish. We were on a mission to find a live one. After a bit of searching, we found success, although the fish was well camouflaged. It looked exactly like the surrounding rocks and was hard to see. The sculpin was over 6 inches long and looked much like a grouper. It made me wonder if it was a different species or had had the luxury to have not been eaten, therefore able to grow that large. We found several more which supported my species theory. The beauty, discoveries, and awe of the area helped us forget the water was only 57 degrees. However, hypothermia was knocking on the door, forcing us to leave. As a scuba diver and parent, I can't wait to get back to these areas and explore more of the nooks and crannies, many caves and crevices, and to share the wonder of southern Idaho's underwater worlds with my son. For local adventure and family bonding, Blue Heart Springs and Box Canyon can't be beat. I'm Tracy Emery for MagicValley.com.